In the ancient land of Canaan, a river flowed with waters that would become the backdrop for some of the most miraculous events in biblical history. This was the Jordan River, a place where God's presence was felt and his power revealed. The Jordan River begins its journey from the snowy peaks of Mount Hermon, flows through the Sea of Galilee, and finally empties into the Dead Sea. Its waters are ordinary in appearance, yet they have witnessed extraordinary moments. One of the most remarkable events occurred when the Israelites, after 40 years of wandering in the wilderness, were finally poised to enter the Promised Land. But there was one last obstacle. The Jordan River, swollen with springtime floods, stood between them and their new home. God had given Joshua, their leader, a promise. As soon as the priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant stepped into the waters, the river would stop flowing. With faith, the priests approached the river, and as soon as their feet touched the water's edge, a miracle occurred. And as soon as the priests who carried the ark reached the Jordan and their feet touched the water's edge, the water from upstream stopped flowing. It piled up in a heap a great distance away, at a town called Adam in the vicinity of Zarethan, while the water flowing down to the Sea of the Arabah, that is, the Dead Sea, was completely cut off. So the people crossed over opposite Jericho, Joshua chapter 3, verse 15 to 16. The Israelites crossed on dry ground, entering the land that God had promised them, a testament to his faithfulness and power. Centuries later, the Jordan River would again become the stage for a miraculous event, this time involving two great prophets, Elijah and Elisha. As Elijah's time on earth drew to a close, he and his disciple Elisha traveled to the Jordan. When they reached the river, Elijah performed a miracle. Elijah took his cloak, rolled it up, and struck the water with it. The water divided to the right and to the left, and the two of them crossed over on dry ground, 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 8. After crossing the Jordan, Elijah was taken up to heaven in a whirlwind, leaving Elisha to carry on his prophetic ministry. When Elisha returned to the Jordan, he too performed the same miracle. He took the cloak that had fallen from Elijah and struck the water with it. "Where now is the Lord, the God of Elijah?" he asked. When he struck the water, it divided to the right and to the left, and he crossed over 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 14. The Jordan River, with its flowing waters, became a place where the mantle of prophetic authority passed from Elijah to Elisha, and where God's power was once again made manifest. The Jordan River's significance did not end there. Many years later, it was at these same waters that John the Baptist called people to repentance, and where Jesus himself came to be baptized. As Jesus emerged from the water, the heavens opened, and the Spirit of God descended like a dove, and a voice from heaven declared, "This is my Son whom I love. With him I am well pleased." Matthew chapter 3, verse 17. Later, the Jordan River would once again be a site of miraculous healing during the ministry of Jesus. In the region across the Jordan, known as Perea, large crowds gathered to see and hear Jesus, and many were healed. The Bible records, "Then Jesus went back across the Jordan to the place where John had been baptizing in the early days. There he stayed, and many people came to him. They said, 'Though John never performed a sign, all that John said about this man was true.' And in that place, many believed in Jesus." John chapter 10, verses 40 to 42. This moment signifies the continued importance of the Jordan River as a place of faith and miracles, where people encountered Jesus and believed in him as the Messiah. These events, from the crossing of the Israelites to the miracles of Elijah and Elisha, the baptism of Jesus, and the healings during his ministry, highlight the Jordan River as a sacred place, a place where God's presence was powerfully revealed and where the faithful witnessed his mighty works. The Jordan River, simple in appearance, yet rich in history and divine encounters. From the miraculous crossing by the Israelites, to the powerful ministries of Elijah and Elisha, to the baptism and healing miracles of Jesus, this river has witnessed God's presence time and time again. The Jordan River continues to inspire believers around the world, reminding us of God's faithfulness, his power, and the hope that flows like a river through the ages. Even today, the Jordan River draws pilgrims from all corners of the globe, seeking to experience the same waters where Jesus was baptized and where countless lives were forever changed. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the miraculous history of the Jordan River. If you found this video inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that bring the Bible to life.